In this video, I'm looking at a for loop in C#. I'm going to put the code behind a button. I have a text box here turned into a multi-line text box to make it larger, set to true, and it's called txt output. So a for loop. So a for loop has three parts to it. So for and in the round brackets. So three parts to it. The first part is where you can set up a counter and then you can assign it a value. The second part is where you have your condition, so I less than 4. And the third part is where you increment your counter. So now just put some output here in the text box. Text output.text plus equals will concatenate on. And here the value of I is, I can concatenate on there I, and I also want to concatenate on there environment.newline. So it's helping me out there in Visual Studio because I've done that in the past. Now, what happens here is the value of I starts off at 0. That will only happen once, so once per loop. So the first section is where you set up a variable, a counter, and that will only happen once per loop. The second part will happen each time before it decides to enter the loop or not. So is 0 less than 4? So in this example, yes. Then the body of the loop will execute, so it'll print out the value of I is 0. And then from here it will go to the condition, it'll go to the increment, and it will change the value of I there to 1. From the increment section, it will go back to the condition. So is 1 less than 4? Yes. Then the body of the loop will execute. It'll put text there in the text box, then to the increment, it'll go to 2, then to the condition. Is 2 less than 4? Yes. Again, it'll add text into the text box, then to the increment, we'll go to 3, then to the condition. Is 3 less than 4? Yes. So when that's true, it'll execute the body, then to the increment of 4, then to the condition, and this last time the condition is false. 4 is not less than 4, and then it will execute any code there that is after the for loop. So I'll just run that to make sure that the output is okay. And there we go. So I will look at the enhanced for loop as well. You'll see that in my next example there on arrays.